Hello again. This is Mike Popovich from the Canton Repository and the Letter Podcast. Coming on today to give you a little bit of information on what's going to be coming up in the NCAA Division III college football playoffs. The selection show was today. The pairings were announced. To no one's surprise, Mount Union received a first-round bye after going 10-0 and winning the Ohio Athletic Conference. Now, the playoffs are a little bit different this year. The field has been expanded to 40 teams. So that's where the first-round byes come in. There were 8 first-round byes. Mount Union received one of them. They'll be playing at home in the second round on November 30th. And their opponent will either be Mount St. Joseph or, get ready for this, Ohio Athletic Conference rival John Carroll. Now, Mount Union-John Carroll have had some pretty intense battles, really in multiple sports over the past few years. But in football, you go back to 2016 when John Carroll came to Mount Union and defeated the Purple Raiders to win the OAC that year. And then a couple years later, Mount Union defeated John Carroll in the playoffs. That big play that Lou Berry made where he stripped the ball from former St. Thomas Aquinas quarterback Anthony Meglin and returned it for the game decisive touchdown to give the Purple Raiders the win in that game. They could possibly meet in the second round if John Carroll beats Mount St. Joseph's this week. Mount Union and John Carroll played the first OAC game this season, and Mount Union edged John Carroll by a score of 37-31. And at the time, people thought, well, that might be the last time the two teams will meet for a while because John Carroll is leaving the OAC to go to the North Coast Athletic Conference next season. But they could still meet again in the playoffs if John Carroll is able to beat Mount St. Joseph. I'm Mike Popovich. You can read more about this in the repository and online at cantonrep.com. And you can join Aiden Brewick and I on the Letter Podcast. Now, coming up in December, once basketball season starts, we're going to have some new episodes covering high school basketball in the area. We might talk a little bit about the local college teams like Malone, Walsh, Mount Union, Akron, and Kent State. And we might also have another edition that I'll tease right now, but stay tuned. Something that I'm really looking forward to working with him on, and hopefully we can make that happen during basketball season. And you can also follow Aiden on X at Aiden the Brew and read his stories about Green High School athletics in the Green Sports Letter.